Your days in the downside brought slow, lonesome agony. Now, as you lie yielding to the elements, something rumbles into view. 3 shapes emerge, each clad in strange attire. I can move the cursor over to downside. A vast purgatory into which the Commonwealth casts its convicts and enemies. None have been known to return from the Forsaken Land. Interact or press X anywhere to continue. Another piece of filth expelled from the Commonwealth. A proud country risen from the ashes of a fallen empire, home to a multitude of ethnic groups, founded on principles of mercy and kinship whose exact meanings evolved through many centuries. See? Right on schedule. What did I tell you? You told us we would find someone alive. Someday. I say we'd find someone alive someday. Just not today, I guess. But don't be glum. You know I see you frowning underneath that mask. Looks like he's breathing. The mask wanderers presume you are male. Interact to change this. So if I hit A, I can change it to looks like she's breathing. Looks like they're breathing. That's an interesting touch. But of course, I'm Master Wabbit, playing Pyre. Well, hang on, I should probably do a proper intro for that. Hello everybody, I'm Master Wabbit, and let's play Pyre. We are just starting a new campaign, and looks like I'm breathing. It seems he still is. Then stand aside. I shall send him to a better place. He's a he? Can you people just tell? Hang on. The markings on his rags. I think he's one of them. But look at him. He is beyond our help, and we are beyond his. Broken, shaking, starving, probably diseased. Yeah, good luck with that there, chum. See you back at the wagon. Indeed. The days grow dim. You have at best an hour. Understood. I won't be long. After the others leave, the man turns towards you and begins unfastening his mask. Hello, my friend. Don't care who you are or what you did. None of that matters anymore. All of us, we're equal nothings here. You are parched and he gives you a drink. You ache and he binds your wounds. You hunger and he gives you food. Little by little, it helps. There. Turns out that tougher than you look. Name's Hedwyn. Now come on. Hedwyn, he is one of the 3 masked wanderers who found you clinging to life in the downside. Can I just say how incredibly nice it is to have a cursor to like move over names to be like, who is this person? Oh, right, it's Hedwyn. Now, you sense no ill intent as he helps you up and leads you to an old black wagon, nothing like the stately vessels that paraded Commonwealth criminals through alabaster streets. Hedwyn beckons you to enter the wagon. Press X at any time to advance events. Yep, step inside. Wow. Cozy. The weather-beaten wagon is as much a mess inside as out. You see the masked woman and the talkative creature taking stock of ancient-looking books. I'm back. And with a guest. She loosened the clasps on her mask. You may call me Jodariel. Whoa, those are some horns. I thought that was part of the mask originally. But she is the most imposing of the 3 masked wanderers who found you clinging to life. And as for myself, the small one struggles with the mask. Jodariel soon assists him. Ow! It's a dog with a mustache. That is to say, you may regard to me by the name of Rookie Greentail, the smallest yet loudest of the 3 masked wanderers who found me clinging to life. Such pleasantries out of the way, the horned woman then motions to the others. She glances at you sidelong as she speaks. Can he do it? Hope so. I haven't asked him yet. What? Then what are we waiting for? Hey, chum. Nice meeting you and all, but tell me something. You know how to read or what? He asks if I am a reader. One who can derive meaning from text. Literacy has been prohibited for centuries. Those with knowledge of the old ways violate the law of the land. Wow. Being arrested for knowing how to read, huh? No, I shouldn't make a political joke here. I will not make a political joke here. So I can admit it, deny it, or just remain silent. So, over time, you managed to learn something of the old ways in spite of Commonwealth decree. I can deny it. Literacy is a serious crime. No one in his right mind would dare violate the law of the land, or remain silent. Who you are or what you did to earn your sentence is no one's business but your own. So most of this is just going to be flavor text, really. It doesn't really... the story, I'll get into the story eventually as we play through it, obviously. But this, at this moment, is mostly just flavor text for your character who is, well, literally you, the player. But I'll admit to it. You confirmed their suspicions. There is no use trying to hide it now. Well then, glory days! Because it just so happens my associates and I, we got ourselves some nice material here for someone just like you.
Reader, you still live thanks to us. We ask for something modest in exchange. Open one of those books back there and tell us what it says.
Sorry to put you on the spot like this, my friend. The Exiles indicate the books in their possession. Let's have a look-see. Wow, it's awfully dusty. Beyond the door, beyond lies the boundless downside. Even if you could run, you would not get far. And I can interact with that. We've got old raiments. Colorful robes and ceremonial masks adorn one of the wagon walls. Closed door, the black wagon's common room must be back there, though you do not feel very welcome right now. We got some odd creatures, hungry-looking creatures roost near some sort of attic. There is nothing you can do for them now. Anything else? Rickety ladder. It likely leads to the wagon's centrifuge, judging by the gibbering creatures up there. We've got candle over here. Intricate signal. A symbol of some sort is set in the wagon's floorboards. You cannot sense its purpose. Well, obviously, it wants you to take a look at this strange book. One of several such heavy, ominous volumes. The exiles you meet seem very interested in them. You pick up one of the old and heavy volumes, bound in materials you do not recognize. Forward. A formal welcome undersigned by the 8 scribes. You, dear reader, are an exile of the downside, such as we, the 8 who wrote this book of rights. That you possess it and have capacity to glean its words. Okay, that font is really bad. That G looks like a C there. To glean its words is testament enough to your potential. Thus we reveal a path from this forsaken place to freedom, a homecoming in glory. The stars themselves shall be your guide. Ere the turning of the year's first solstice, seek the nearest longitude beneath the brightest of 8 as they align as shown. Arrive as a triumvirate, clad in the raiments of the right, bearing this book. Oblige the voice that tells you more. Interact or press Y for a cleaner look at the text. That's more welcome! I should have read that first. So yeah, you, dear reader, are next. Oh, please, you can rewind for like 2 minutes. All right. At that point, forward, brief instructions on when, where, and how to commence the rites. And there are other chapters which we don't have access to right now. None of the other buttons do anything. All right. B to close the book. Any other secrets? Nope. The book describes a complicated method through which exiles can return to the Commonwealth. The words swim through your head. Through your mind, which is technically the head, as headwind gets your attention. There's going to be a lot of reading. It's an RPG. Well, friend, what does it say? But then your vision starts to fade and blur. You'll feel your body weaken and give out.
Reader, dare you tamper with forbidden knowledge? So soon after your sentence into exile. 'Tis true what the book says. You can be free again. Perhaps not you yourself, but someone worthy of the privilege. You witness now the path toward salvation. You witness the rights, the one way to return to glory. Though in your case, I hardly think it possible. Yet, by the grace of the scribes, it is my duty to inform you anyhow.
It worked.
So it is true.
Yeah, but what now? And where'd the reader go? He should still be out there. Oh, he should be out there still. For now, we have to put our faith in him.
He could abandon us.
He won't. You look upon the three of them from beyond as Hedwyn then calls out to you. Reader, we aim to free ourselves. We will not grow old and die in the downside. And now I swear to you, when we get out of here, you're going to come with us. But first, we need your help. Show us the way. Freedom. You focus all your mental faculties to do as Hedwyn asked.
A celestial orb falls from the heavens when the time is nigh.
So, much like any other Supergiants game, it's a top-down perspective. Pretty much the same sort of isometric play. Use the left stick to approach the celestial orb.
Exiles conduct the rites as a triumvirate, for they must prove their trust in one another, not just in themselves. The three must act as one.
Only one exile can move at a time. Hold right trigger to sprint. Exile's abilities are shown here. Sprint until stamina is depleted. So this is a role-playing game.
Now plunge into the pyre with the orb and be purified.
What kind of RPG is it? It is a basketball-style RPG.
The exile rookie has the way of it. Whoever steps into the flame is banished for a time. His or her cohorts must make do on their own. Oh, but it is not so simple. In the rites you shall face adversaries whose own freedom is at stake. Beware the aura that surrounds them, as they shall beware yours.
Alright, use left stick to approach the adversary. As we're very slow and careful. Bonk.
The aura is your wrongdoing. Accept it as a part of you. Cast your aura like a stone. Correctly done. Again,
So I can hold this to charge it.
just so. A glorious performance, I admit. More than I expected from the likes of you. Grasp the orb once more.
Alright.
The orb absorbs the aura, then the orb quenches the flame.
Hedwyn. Hedwyn, easy does it.
Now I say jump.
Press X to leap into the...
With all your strength,
Alright. Let's go for that dunk.
thus sails the orb into the waiting flame.
So Rookie is 15 points, Hedwyn is 20. Rookie has returned after a score has been made.
Snuff out the adversary's pyre, whilst yours yet burns.
There we go. So yeah, 3v3 fantasy
The orb
Alright, so I need a sprint. Alright, so if I can... Oh, nope. Uh-oh. Oops.
orb quenches the flame.
Alright, I need to try sprinting.
The orb
So, oh yeah.
there.
I'm gonna take that. So, one thing they didn't tell you about the game is that you can throw the ball.
All of the Beyonders gone.
Whoop. And when you throw the ball, it'll teach us this later.
Not quite.
Oh, not good. Alright. Yeah, if I can actually throw the ball in there, the game will demonstrate this eventually. Alright.
Somebody get the orb.
Alright, here we go. And then I'm going to dunk it in there.
Should be
By throwing the ball into the flame, we remain here.
a banishment.
Jump. Get lost.
Unfortunate for the Beyonders.
So the best strategy in this game is to throw the ball,
It's complete.
is with the, well, it's circle button on PlayStation, on my Xbox controller, it's B.
Or do you? This was but a glimpse of that which lies ahead. I would tell you to turn back, cast down your hope. But all those such as you never listen.
During the rites, only one exile on each side is permitted to move at any given time. The three must act as one. The others are still picking themselves up as you awaken. Well, that was something. That was our way out. So now we just follow the stars, or what?
Supposedly. Reader, come, let us regard the night.
Jodario leads you outside, where a clear night sky awaits.
Now, show us before the howlers catch our scent. Where shall the rites commence?
The rites, an ancient ritual completion through which the worthiest exiles regain their freedom. The 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours. Prayer from the Book of Rites. Alright. You gaze at the stars. Seek out your destination. Ooh, pretty background. Where's the star, guys? I can't see the star. Does anyone know where the star is? Geminian, the Olden Star. Star of the First Empress. Those born under it seek knowledge and new experiences. It's not that one. Wasn't there one? Ah, yes, there was one over here. Scorpus, the Olden Star. Star of the Old Cutter. Those born under it are wiser than most. Man, I just can't seem to find that star anywhere. Oh, it's right here. No. Nope, not that one. Okay, yes, it's this one. Gaul, the South Star. The South Star burns bright over a massive ridge of stone, much farther than the naked eye can see. Interact to determine the location of the next rite.
Hmm, 200 leagues due east, the Ridge of Gaul.
According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The fossil remains of the serpent titan slain by Golathanian yet loom over those living in its shadow. Great, and we're supposed to be there when exactly?
Very soon, according to the stars. You should be able to arrive in time if you make haste.
Then we had best get started. Well, this ought to be good for a few laughs at least. What do you say, Jody?
Which is short for Jodario. Jodario turns to you, studying you. Reader, do not deceive us. Pray we make good use of our remaining time.
What she means is, glad to have you aboard, chum. We're counting on you, my friend. See you inside. Freedom. The rights are the key. It is a lot to take in. Your fellow exiles await you in the wagon. Let's join them. And on the move it goes. There's a lot of character in that wagon. Downside Prairie. You arrive in Downside Prairie, where the road ahead is forked. There is a lack of consensus about which way to proceed. I'm telling you, we ought to take the northern pass. Got an associate holed up in Hollow Route. I've got to pay a visit too, besides. Hollow Route, the northern route to the Ridge of Gaul, goes through a small exile encampment. Every so often, tempests come and scour away the huts and hovels, but they always crop back up.
Fie on your associate. Best we head to Blooming Pool and avoid attention.
The southern route to the Ridge of Gaul goes through a humid area pocked with hot springs. Runoff from the sandfolds means no bathing in the springs, so they're just there to mock you. And get stuck in a bog while we're at it? The dispute continues as Hedwin listens for a while. What if the reader settled this? He marks the way, we get us there. If these rites are meant to test our faith, then we best learn to trust the reader's instincts on our path. No second guessing him along the way. Can we all live with that for now? Yeah, sure.
If necessary.
Then it is settled. Just point the way, my friend. The stars guide us through you. You may now choose a route towards your goal at certain junctures. Let's weigh the options real quick. So, if we take the northern route, Ruki knows someone here who owes him. Blooming Pool, Jodario thinks she can find rare flora here.
So this is going to have some gameplay implications, depending on which route we take. Ruki or Dodariel? Let's see, how much use is a flower versus how much use is this dude? Do I trust the big horned woman or do I trust the dog with a mustache? Well, there's only one thing I can do, is make a choice. Eeny, meeny, miny. Let's go to Hollow Root. As you pass through the squalid little area, you hear boisterous voices coming from what looks to be a public house. Ruki stumbles forth from it, holding something in his paws. Oh, hey chum, just wrapping up a real important exchange back there. Hang on to this for me, will you? We'll have to drop it off if we head further north. You receive a plain parcel. You cannot tell what is inside. This can be sold at the slug market. Certain types of luxury goods somehow find their way down to the downside. Value of 30 coins. Journey onward! The black wagon grinds to a stop at the base of the Ridge of Gaul. The others ask you to assist with making preparations for nightfall and the commencement of the rite. Page revealed, the first exile. Alright, hold up. Your roving makeshift home in the downside is the black wagon. Interact or press Y anywhere to check inside of it. So here we go. We have intricate signal. The Book of Rite describes the need for such a thing. We take a... Oh, it said Jodariel's status was nearby. Oh. There's Greentail family portrait, a reasonable likeness of a younger Ruki with his mother and uncle. Ruki status is nearby. But, he seems to have something on his mind. Let's speak with him real quick. Hey, chum, appreciate you taking us up through Hollow Root back there. About that, are you certain that parcel will fetch us an adequate price at the slug market? Surely we could have procured some sort of rare fungus had we gone the other way. What's a slug market? A crude training post found in the downside. Commonwealth contraband sometimes finds its way to the downside, where it is traded and sold. Much as I love the idea of procuring rare fungus there, Jody, we say we wouldn't go around second-guessing our good chum's decisions, right? Jodariel says nothing in response, but soon changes the subject. Night falls soon. Come along, Greentail. We have much left to prepare. The two of them soon go about rummaging through the raiments and the books strewn about the wagon, leaving you to your own devices. Man, reading is really hard. I'm recording this just as I got out of bed. We got Hedwin's cooking tins. What passes for cooking supplies in the downside? Hedwin does most of the cooking. His status, he is watching the sky. You observe the ladder leaning up to the locked enclosure above the cabin. The wagon's centrifuge must be up there. Its drive imps stare down at you with big, wet eyes. Can't interact with that. I could go in the common room, but let's see what's in the book first. So it says there's... Oh, hang on. We're on page 3. How do I flip pages? Oh, that's the foreword. Here we go, to page 3. If I hit Y, I actually get to read this. The first exile, in the words of Gaul Galathanian, the Master General. You know perhaps the thrice-cursed name of Soliam Mur, the Emperor of Tsar, the first exile, and my liege. This chapter concerns him and those who found him in the downside. Each of us was sent to take his life, such was the hatred for him and around his country. Yet we found in Soliam Mur a man transformed in body, mind, and spirit, a man deserving of much more than mercy. In time he named us all his scribes, and he became the 8th. It is my greatest honor now to share with you his deeds. To know his story is to know the rights. Interesting art over there. Now, this is an RPG, and it is lore heavy. And if you don't care for lore, You can totally just skip all this. You can just completely ignore the book. I wouldn't do that because I'm me and I love lore. In the common room, you may review various notes and observations about your fellow exiles and their respective paths towards enlightenment in the rites. So this is where we get to take a look at our RPG screen of, see, this is their XP bar. The maximum level is at rank 5, Master. We have talismans. Talismans grant special abilities and bonuses. Headwind does not have a talisman equipped. Drag a talisman from your cargo to equip it here. I do have a package that only talismans may be equipped. So, yeah, no, can't be doing anything silly like that. We've got our masteries. We have nothing here. Right button to swap to Jodariel. So we also have other stuff up here. Glory. This attribute affects damage dealt to the Pyre. So Ruki's Feint 15, Headwind's a Shining 20, Resplendent Jojariel for 30. Quickness. This attribute affects movement speed, 1 swiftness of body, and reflex. Her rank is Leaden and move speed of 1.8 meters per second. Ruki is nimble at 5.5, and Headwind is average at 3.7. The amount of hope that they have. This attribute affects duration of the banishment. This is not when you dunk a ball. This is when you are hit by someone else's aura in the game. Respawn time of 6.7 seconds. Jodariel at 11 seconds. Ruki at 5.7 seconds. And presence. This attribute affects aura size, one's inner and outer strength combined. His rank is an insignificant 0.9 meter diameter, noticeable 4 meter diameter for Headwind. Jodariel has a looming 7 meter diameter. There's quite a lot of stats in here for people who really care about that sort of thing. Now, we happen to notice here that Jodariel has slightly higher enlightenment than all the others. Interesting choice there. But yeah, so far, we're just at rank 1. We're uninitiated. This exile is currently ranked in the rites. That's for all of them, I believe. The rites conducted, the number of rites that we have completed. So this is the RPG boxes all in one for, like, abilities and stuff like that. We'll get more as we play through the game. Yeah. All right. Let's commence the rite. Considering that, you know, all we've done so far is really do the tutorial. We haven't really done anything in the game that much, so let's at least do one match. You reach the Celestial Landmark now to get everything and everyone prepared. Interact to begin your first true trial. As darkness falls, your fellow exiles stand together, clad in the raiments of the rites. The preparations are set. However, everything is still in calm. Soon, they grow restless.
Keep telling you there's nothing there. What a bunch of idiots we were.
If we traveled all this way for nothing. I don't think we did. Look up. The goal of each rite is to extinguish the adversary's pyre using the celestial orb that falls from the sky.
Freedom! The stars align at last. You reach the Ridge of Gaul at the appointed time, and your triumvirate is ready. Your adversaries in the rites this eve shall be the Accusers. Whose ever pyre yet burns once the other is extinguished shall step closer to freedom. Now let the rites commence.
The stars are aligned, and your pyre burns bright. Across from your companions appear several others also clad in raiments, your adversaries in the rites. Everyone ready?
Let's hope so.
Be still. We have a visitor. The one whom she refers to steps forward. At last, the Nightwings grace us with their presence. The Nightwings, the name of a triumvirate in blue. It seems your fellow exiles have assumed their identity. So we're the Nightwings, huh? Nice. I see that the reports of your demise have been exaggerated after all. Even I was beginning to think you were gone for good. Nobody moves, save for the man robed in gold who unfastens his mask. Surprised to see old Lendel again? I trust you remember my face, though you must have assumed never to see it again after last time. He is the apparent leader of the Exile Triumvirate you encountered at the Ridge of Gaul. Never have I come so close to freedom only for you to dash my hopes. Now I and the Accusers shall repay that affront. The Accusers, an Exile Triumvirate clad in gold, their leader harbors ill will for something he thinks you did. He shoves his mask back on and takes position with his comrades. It is time. From the shadows, you clutch the Book of Rites and focus on the task at hand. Let's play ball!
Begin.
Oh, that didn't quite work. All right. I'm going to take this. I'm going to dunk that with Rookie.
Accusers underestimated you?
There we go. So now without that guy. One thing to note is that when we're close... Gotcha.
A daring display.
There we go. So you can...
Flinging the orb into the flames like that.
No, I shall not accept defeat from you again.
elude banishment using such tricks.
Hear me, Accusers. Stand your ground. Let your auras boil and rage.
It seems that you have flustered the Accusers.
We're getting there, but they've hunkered down. Fine, then we shall disrupt their formation. Hold B to flee the orb into the Pyre.
Have you any idea what that Lendl did to deserve his exile?
So this is the part where you're supposed to learn this. I did it early because I'm fancy. And with Jodariel... Oh, it's caught.
Banishment.
Come on. Nope. I'm gonna jump. Nope.
Do it.
Boom, baby. 37 points more to go. So far, this is actually kind of easy. Let me go to settings real quick. One of the settings you can choose, we got brightness, cursor speed, music volume, and all that. Subtitles, I can turn off the vibration for my controller. Move list, toggle on-screen commands during the rites. Two-player versus mode, we'll get to that. Hurry up text, while enabled, hold X to rush story events. Aim assist, I have that off. I can change the difficulty to heightened, which is the most difficult one there is. We've got reduced and we got standard. I'm going to keep standard for this. Actually, no. I've played this game before. I'm going to go heightened. Gender, we can go male. We can go female. We can go X. So at any time, if you feel like being gender fluid, you can do that, which is neat. So save that. All right. Let's see how tough these guys are. Nope. Uh-oh. Rookie. Yep, there goes Dario. But what? Where'd the ball go? Where am I? Uh-oh. Oh. Oops. Dunk.
Righteous fire.
All right, 17 points more to go.
Your victory's at hand.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay. These guys are acting vicious, and I like that.
My,
Oops.
my.
Oh, now you don't. Now you don't.
With grace.
2 more points to go. Nope. Dunk that baby in.
And it is done. You have prevailed.
The Nightwings have won.
Rejoice then in your single fleeting victory.
Your deceit may have earned you a hollow victory, but know this. The Accusers will not forget your wickedness, and when next we meet, you will rue the day.
Bask now in the wisdom wisdom of the scribes. The exile Jodariel has gained enlightenment.
We have withstood worse nights
Only
than this.
the enlightened can regain their freedom.
Oh. Interesting. Only the enlightened can regain their freedom. We have withstood worse nights than this, though few is strange. So, choose a mastery for Jodariel. On the left-hand side, we have Sins of the Fallen Emperor. Right mastery is enhancing a demon's strength and the physical prowess. As he fell into the downside, Soliam Mur understood at last the consequences of his hedonistic reign. Or on the flip side, Boon of the First Exile. Right's mastery is enhancing a demon's spirit and sheer force of will. The fallen Emperor Mur moved past his many failings as a man, achieving selflessness in exile. So we can, after using her rush to lunge forward, Jodariel can rush again right away. Press right trigger to rush during a right. Or we can, after banishing an adversary, Jodariel instantly recovers all of her stamina. I think I'm going to want... Oh, what's going to be more useful? She's a very slow girl. I'm going to go with this one.
The demon scribe bestows his favor.
There we go. Press to continue. After the rites, the accusers disappear into the darkness. As you return to the wagon in the still night, you see a single star burn brighter than the rest, beckoning you onward. Well, my friends, what can I say? The rites are real, and we're in. The Getting Out of Here Club! Next up on the agenda, keep chasing stars until we're free. Until we are free. Until we are free. Here! Sounds fine. Might as well be us instead of Lendo back there. Under the liar. He is the cold-mannered head of the Accusers and bears an old grudge against the Nightwings. Anyway, guess we better start packing. As the others go about their business, Hedwyn turns to you. Reader, come walk with me while the stars are still out. You and Hedwyn walk in silence for a time before he speaks up. You have questions. Come, ask away. We need you in on this for the long haul. Hedwyn wishes to know if anything is troubling you. That is a lot of lore, and you know what? I'm going to hold off on this lore until next time, everybody. Take care.